Welcome to Weekly Strategy. Each week you can find valuable information about your upcoming opponent. You can choose one game plan focus. This shows some basic stats about your upcoming opponent. You can also, this is how you access the new player health screen. Each week the new player health screen is where you set up practice reps for each position, as these choices will factor into the amount of XP, game boosts, and fatigue recovery earned for the week. This is your team profile, where you choose focus players each week who will earn extra XP. You can also unlock up to 3 more. This is the player card. Here you can see your strengths and weaknesses by This is the development trait. Superstar and Superstar X Factor. This is the abilities tab. This player has a zone ability. This is a Welcome to your franchise staff. Here you find the right coaches to hire for your staff and upgrade them to help improve your team, both on staff points can be when you have enough staff points to see what effect each talent has. Highlighted on the talent tree. Some talent trees make you select a path to follow to build your character. Upon purchase, View your team's saved snapshots or follow the top. Quickly review the league's top performers and the current week's schedule.
Today, from Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us roughly midway between Boston and Providence. Everybody knows it as Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today, we get the season started with an AFC East tilt right off the bat between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Now, Tua Tagovailoa gets set to lead this Dolphins offense for the first time.
To absolutely no one's surprise, the Dolphins did invest a high first-round pick, number 5 overall, to draft Tua in 2020. I think that most people would say that his rookie year had plenty of positives, but it was sprinkled with a few negatives as well. Remember, he controversially took over for Ryan Fitzpatrick during the open week prior to Week 8. Miami did go 6-3 in his starts from that time, but he had to get rescued a few times in games by Fitzmagic. And in his own words, he called his rookie year below average. I don't think the franchise believes that, but they're looking forward to seeing him improve.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Good move by Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to pass. Tua. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carter. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
On first down, it's Gurley. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. Here's 2nd and 10. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. They'll roll him out right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second and very short, Tua. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter one of the new year. We'll be back. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Now Brissett. And he's going to go down again. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Sanders' kick is good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Time to get our first look at the Patriot offense and quarterback Matt Jones, the rookie out of Alabama, the number 15 overall pick in 2021.
And he's the latest in a line of Alabama quarterbacks that are potential NFL starters. Sat behind Tua Tagovailoa patiently, waiting his turn, and in 1 year as a starter, exploded on the scene. 41 touchdown passes to just 4 interceptions, 77% completion percentage. He had it going. Alabama won a national title, and now here he is getting his shot in the NFL.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason, and runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Throwing Jones. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd and 20. Now Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Michel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now, looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A give. This is Michelle. And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
55 rushing yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. From the 6 now on 2nd and 3.
Michelle, they toss it out right to him. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Jacoby Myers there to make the grab. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive.
And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. From the gun, it's Tua. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Tua with a throw complete to Parker.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
Here's Tua. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down. Again, it's Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. Here we go. It's Gurley. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Tua sets up to pass it. Flushed out under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now Tua. On the move to his left. Tua hit, and the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, Charles, we take a look here at the draft class for this offense. Overall, what are your thoughts?
Well, you know the fans don't want to hear it, but it always takes 2, 3, 4 years until we know whether a draft class is truly panned out or not. And when you take a quarterback in the 1st round, everybody wants him on the field right away. But the best thing is if you can play the long game with him, give him a chance to get seasoned before he has to play.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we head up to our nation's capital to check on the football team at home at FedEx Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second?
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. With the Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3.
We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Javon Hargrave able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Myers. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's fourth down.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
85 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's at the cornerback position.
And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, a 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Patriots take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Folk connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
On second down, it's Gurley again.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
The throw here caught by Devontae Parker, and down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
from just shy of midfield. Tua. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Tua looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Tua to Fuller for a Miami first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. There's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Jalen Waddle. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Dancing to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And now out come the Patriots. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of bit.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? Might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
114 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener. Yeah, they're going to try to eat some clock with Michelle, and very little running room there. Did get a couple up to the 49. Eight yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Michelle. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Michelle. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Now a toss, left side, Michel. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. On the ground is Michel. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it. This is Michel. Every yard they gain getting them better and better field position, and obviously a field goal makes this a two-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick a field goal, go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great, but that's not what you're really playing for.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be second and goal coming up. And they will run it with Michel. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
No, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively, because to me, they look like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And the lead is up to 15 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 15. 54 seconds to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Now Tua. And this is caught by Parker.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here.
Tagovailoa. And that's into the hands of Gesicki.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Tua to throw.
He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's got this down to the 35. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Pats, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
entering settings screen you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to Week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time, and leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
During the draft process, it was pretty clear early that Jacksonville was locked in on Trevor Lawrence, the quarterback at Clemson. That allowed the Jets to really peruse the rest of the quarterback crop, and they settled in on Zach Wilson from BYU. Loved his game, ability to throw from the pocket, the off-platform throws, getting outside of the pocket and making plays. He's their guy, and they expect him to be that guy for at least the next 10 years.
Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. Throwing is Wilson. A screen to Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down just inside the 10, back at the 9. It's the former Michigan man Chase Winovich who gets in there to bring him down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The numbers a week ago for Michelle. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power, we saw finesse, we saw speed, and what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He couldn't get the edge there, wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, and especially for offensive linemen trying to get out ahead. With their footwork and speed, it was negligible on that play. No gain at all for the offense.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Got the connection here to Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Bell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 25 carries, 107 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
From the 40 now on second down. Wilson. He finds Corey Davis. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 36. That one goes for 24 yards.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now Bell. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Off the bootleg. Jones rolling to his right. Open man is Myers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On the ground, this is Michel. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
From the 44, Jones.
He'll get this underneath to Michel.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. They'll run with Michel. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
And the Patriots added Nelson Aguilar in free agency, and he's going to be part of this rebuilt receiving corps from a year ago. really upped his value around the league with a solid season with the Raiders last year, increased his confidence, as well as having a career high in receiving yards.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Escaping the pressure right. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These 2 teams, Charles, the Jets and the Patriots, great rivals in the AFCs going back to the beginning of the Super Bowl era. Been a long time. Now, of course, in the recent memory, the Patriots, they have dominated, and that's capital D dominated. But, you know, change comes eventually, and the Jets, they've got a new coach, new quarterback. For this rivalry, you feel like it could get very interesting again in a hurry.
Absolutely, because as we learned in 2020, it's no longer Tom Brady is guaranteed to win the division because he's no longer there. And we saw Buffalo take command in 2020. So this division, more open than it's been for the last 20 years or so.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Here's Braden Mann now,
standing just outside his own goal line.
Olszewski now to return.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Offense marching back onto the field, and our focus shifts here to Sony Michel. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Here's Wilson. His throw incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And break, the tight end's got it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Wilson will throw again. Man open, here is Crowder. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 16. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Keelan Cole, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Gonzalez's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Here's Jones. A final shot before break. Completes it to Aguilar. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start with an AFC East battle down in South Florida. Buffalo at Miami. And it's the Bills who lead that one late in the second quarter. Stephon Diggs, a touchdown reception. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. The rookie, Justin Fields, with a couple of touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail the visiting Denver Broncos in that one. Teddy Bridgewater has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth. Brandon God.
So here we go for half number 2. The Patriots with the lead, and they will be getting the football.
Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So here are the Patriots to take over. They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Jones eluding the pressure, gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Carl Lawson picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
It was Henry Anderson who got in there to get him down. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop?
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Henry Anderson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
On the return is Olszewski.
It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And it's Michel once again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carl Lawson. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Bell. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Jones now. On 1st down, flush to his right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. Underneath, he's got Brate. He gets away from one. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st. Now Wilson on 1st down.
And he'll get this underneath to Bell.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up down. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Matthew Judon in there to take him down.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting 1st downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down 7-3, a minute 52 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Pass caught by Crowder.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Here's Wilson. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Wilson finding Crowder there, first down New York. Pass complete to Bell.
That catch good for only a couple. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Michel, and he's got some space here. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give. This is Michel. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel.
And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
On first down, Michel. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like open up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I certainly
loved
did.
The defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for New England, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos.